Hello everybody, Hawk here. Have you ever wanted to connect your external drum machine to Ableton Live and then control it from Push's drum sequencer? I know I have. Did you even know it's possible? It is, and it's really cool. Check this out.
Ableton Live. Quick tips
Quick tips
for improving your workflow.
in about 5 minutes, not including this bumper.
Here's what you're gonna need. You're gonna need a drum machine. This is a vintage drum machine, and this drum machine has MIDI inputs on it, which is great. You might have a newer drum machine with USB that takes the MIDI information across the USB cable, but this one's got MIDI jacks on it. So preferably an old drum machine with some MIDI jacks on it, an audio interface with audio inputs, obviously, for your input, for your signal, and MIDI on the back here for your MIDI output to the drum machine. If your audio interface doesn't have MIDI, not all audio interfaces have MIDI on them, you'll need a MIDI to USB cable, something like this here. And this is M Audio Uno, and there's the USB, and there's the MIDI. So this will work too. This is like, $29, $39, $49. These are pretty cheap. Some audio cables, obviously, to make your audio connection, and MIDI cable to make your MIDI connection. Let's plug them all together. So yeah, MIDI out of your computer. This goes to MIDI in on the drum machine, and then audio out of the drum machine into your audio interface. Into your audio interface. There we go. Into your audio interface. There it is. Boom. Those are the connections, MIDI and audio. Next, we're going to take a drum rack and throw it on a MIDI instrument track. There it is. There's my MIDI drum sequencer, my drum pattern sequencer on push. And we can see that C1 is assigned here to my pad. There's C1. That's great. Now we need to get control of our external drum machine. So I'm going to take an external instrument and drag it right onto the pad in the drum rack. There it is. My MIDI output is going to go to my audio box, which has my MIDI I/O in it, my MIDI output. And audio input is going to come from inputs 1 and 2 on my audio box, and there it is. And now if I play this, I'll double check here by playing the drum machine. There it is. There's C1. And we're not hearing anything here yet because we need to make sure that it's sending out C1 as well as receiving C1. So we come here and set this to be C1. There it is. And there it is. Same sound. Same sound. And that is our kick drum. Let's do the snare drum next. So I'll do the same thing. I'll grab my external instrument, drag it on here, and for my MIDI output is going to be to my audio box. Now, interestingly, for my next one, the next cell that I'm doing, I don't need an audio input because the audio input's already coming in this one here. So if I put another audio input, it's just gonna double up. So we don't need to do that. And we press this. This should be D1. See, there's D1, and make sure that the output here is also going to D1. So let me pull this to D1. Come here, D1, 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 D1. There's D1, and there's my snare drum. Now you notice MIDI output is coming out of both of these, but my audio is all coming back here. Again, that's fine. Let's add a hi-hat now. So the standard MIDI mapping for a hi-hat would be, the closed hi-hat would be F#1. So we'll drag our external instrument on to F#1 and make sure that we are sending out F#1 and also or receiving F#1 and sending out F#1. Here's my hi-hat. So sending F#1 and receiving F#1 and set my MIDI channel. And there it is. So let's just double click up here, create a little pattern sequence, and now we can sequence this. So actually, I want to start with kick drum. And play this little pattern sequence here. There it is. Let's add the snare drum. Hi-hat. And there you go. I'm using the drum pattern sequencer right inside of Ableton Live to control an external drum machine. And that's how you connect everything. The drum machine to Ableton Live, and then control the drum machine, the external drum machine, from the drum pattern sequencer on push. It is really cool. I hope you guys enjoy that and you get lots of use out of it. You can hear this technique in my song with multi-track called This Sunrise, and I will post a link to it down below if you want to check that out. That one is using a classic Yamaha RX5 drum machine, using the same techniques. So yeah, and remember, please, if you enjoy what I'm doing here, please hit that subscribe button and maybe pick up a music producer t-shirt, and I'll see you guys soon. Ciao.